If your mind won't switch off, this video is for you. Not the kind of busy mind that's excited or inspired, the kind that keeps replaying conversations, the kind that jumps from worry to worry, the kind that feels loud the moment everything else goes quiet. You lie down to rest, and suddenly your brain wakes up, thinking about what you should have said, what you need to do tomorrow, what you're behind on, what might go wrong. And the more you tell yourself to stop thinking, the louder it gets. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something straight away. There is nothing wrong with you. A mind that won't switch off is not a broken mind. It's a tired mind that hasn't felt safe enough to rest yet. Let's talk about why this happens. Your brain is designed to solve problems. When life feels uncertain, overwhelming, or unresolved, your brain stays alert. It keeps scanning, it keeps analyzing, it keeps looping. Not because it wants to torture you, but because it thinks staying awake will protect you. This is especially common if you're someone who cares deeply, takes responsibility seriously, thinks ahead, wants to do things well. Your mind doesn't switch off because it doesn't trust that everything is handled, so it stays on duty. Another thing most people don't realize is that thinking is often a form of self-protection. When you think, you feel busy. When you feel busy, you feel prepared. And feeling prepared feels safer than feeling uncertain. So your brain fills the quiet with noise. That's why this usually happens at night or when you finally slow down. During the day, distractions keep the thoughts at bay. But when the world goes quiet, your brain finally has space. And it uses that space to unload everything it's been holding in. This is not overthinking because you're weak. It's overthinking because you've been carrying too much without a pause. Here's the part that often makes it worse. You start judging yourself for it. You think, why can't I just relax? Why can't my mind be normal? Other people can sleep, why can't I? That self-judgment adds pressure. And pressure tells your nervous system there's something wrong, which keeps the cycle going. Your mind doesn't need to be silenced. It needs to feel safe enough to let go. And safety doesn't come from force. It comes from reassurance. One of the biggest myths about calming your mind is that you need to empty it. You don't. Trying to empty your mind often backfires because your brain hears that as a demand, and demands trigger resistance. Instead of trying to stop your thoughts, try this shift. You're not trying to get rid of your thoughts. You're letting them pass without engaging. There's a difference. You don't need to solve every thought that appears. Most of the thoughts keeping you awake are not urgent. They just feel urgent because you're tired. A tired brain exaggerates importance. Another important thing to understand is this. A mind that won't switch off is often a sign that your nervous system has been in high alert for too long. Stress, even low-level constant stress, keeps your system activated. And when your nervous system is activated, rest feels unsafe. So your brain stays awake to keep watch. That's not a failure of relaxation. That's a survival response. If you want your mind to slow down, you don't start with thinking differently. You start with feeling differently in your body. Slow breathing, grounding sensations, lowering stimulation, not forcing calm, inviting it. Another thing that helps is permission. If part of you believes that resting is lazy, unproductive, or undeserved, your mind will fight it. Because rest feels like a risk. So you stay mentally busy to justify staying awake. Sometimes the most calming thing you can say to yourself is, nothing needs to be solved right now. Not forever. Just right now. Your mind doesn't need answers at midnight. It needs reassurance that things can wait. And here's something that might surprise you. Overthinking often eases when you stop trying to fix yourself. When you stop treating your thoughts as a problem and start seeing them as signals. Signals that you're overloaded. Signals that you need gentleness, not discipline. Signals that you've been strong for too long without rest. Your mind isn't loud because you're failing. It's loud because it's tired. So if you're watching this while your thoughts are racing, try this. Don't fight them. Don't follow them. Just notice them. Let them move through without asking them to make sense. You don't need clarity tonight. You don't need a plan. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to let your nervous system know that it's okay to stand down, that you're safe enough to rest. A mind that won't switch off isn't asking to be controlled. It's asking to be cared for. And the more compassion you bring to it, the quieter it becomes. Not instantly, but gradually. So if nothing else, let this be your reminder. You're not broken. You're not doing rest wrong. You're not failing at calm. You're just human, with a mind that's been working overtime.